Alright, in this video we're going to go over how you properly install the Smart PSS software. That's the software we use to access and pull footage from the security cameras. So open up your browser and go to securitycameraking.com. At the top of the page, you're going to see support. You want to go to the downloads drop down. From here, you're going to scroll down. We're looking for Smart PSS. And you always want to get the latest version. In this instance, it's version 2.0.3. Go ahead and click Software and Manual. This is going to take you to their Google Drive. There is no preview to see this file, so you just have to click Download. And from here, you're going to click Download anyway. It will download the file. You can either click Open File or go to your Downloads folder. Once there, open it up, and then you're able to see the installation file. And from there, go ahead and install it. You are then going to be met with this screen. Check the box, hit Next. On this screen, you only need Smart PSS. We do not need storage services, the PC and VR. Go ahead and uncheck this. You do not need this. Click Next, click Install. Once installed, it's going to ask for access to the network. Go ahead and allow access. Now this is a password you're setting for the software only. Choose whatever you want. Click that Auto Login After Registration button. Now you're choosing security questions in case you forget your password for the software only. You can make these whatever you want it to be. Now go ahead and launch Smart PSS. You'll be asked to make changes like this. You can click yes. You can also disable that within Windows. Now for a split second there, you've seen it pop up a screen and then went away. That was the login screen. The first time you log in, you're going to use the username admin and then the password that you just set. Once you get into the software, this is what your default screen looks like. Alright, before we go any further, come up here to the top right hand corner. Let's go to this little cogwheel. This is going to open up your settings for the actual Smart PSS application or software. So from the very beginning, you'll notice down here you can't see my taskbar and stuff like that anymore. That's because I'm in full screen. If you want to be able to still see your taskbar at the bottom, go ahead and switch that to maximum window. And then as you're going down here, if you're not on a computer that is a high performance machine or a gaming machine, you want to switch this from self-adaptive to sub-stream. For the majority of you watching this, you're going to be choosing sub-stream. We'll go over choosing which stream you're actually looking at in another video, but for right now, let's just go ahead and choose sub-stream. Also, by default, you will see that show IVS rule is checked. You want to go ahead and uncheck settings for better recording. You don't need to actually see those rules. As you scroll down to make sure auto login device is on, another setting you should be aware of is the network ability. If you're on Wi-Fi, you might want to think about changing this to medium or low just so it's not eating all the Wi-Fi bandwidth out of your house or your business. If you have a direct connection, like a hardwire is plugged into your computer or laptop, you can leave this on high and you're not going to have any problems. The last thing that you should change is the local path. This is where if you save a video, it's going to default choose this location. So I highly recommend you go into the record path. Come over here to the left. You can either go to Documents or Videos and just make yourself a new folder called CCTV Recordings. Save that location. Now anytime I go to save recordings off this terminal, it's going to automatically go to that CCTV Recordings folder. After you have all the settings the way that you want them, you want to go ahead and click Apply and Save. And then for the changes to occur, you have to exit the program and go back in. Alright, and now you can see I have my taskbar down here at the bottom, and that is going by that window mode. Makes it a little easier. I like being able to see my other icons at the bottom. It's personal preference. You can choose any option that you like. One of the cool things is there's a lot of icons here that you are not going to be using. You have no need to go into a majority of these options. So anytime I'm first setting this up, I like to come over here, grab the icons I know I'm going to use, and pull it to the top, and it makes a little favorite icon. You're definitely going to be using the live view, and you're definitely going to be doing playback. You really shouldn't have to mess with anything else. Everything else is going to be configured by us. That's really it when it comes to the basic setup of the Smart PSS software. In the next video, we're going to go over live view and playback. I almost forgot to tell you how you get to connect your NVR to Smart PSS. So Down here, you want to go to devices. When you get to this screen, your screen's going to be empty. I have all these devices already programmed into my smart PSS, but yours is going to show up empty. So I want to show you how you're able to connect to the NVR that you're trying to connect to. So you want to come up here to add, and somewhere you should have a piece of paper from me, and it will give you all of this information so you're able to easily log in. So the device name, you can choose this to be whatever you want. For this purpose, I'm just going to put test. IP domain is 99% what it's going to be on. IP domain name, this is going to be the IP address that I listed out for you on the piece of paper. If you're from within the establishment, if I set up the network, it's going to be a number that's probably ending in .202. This port is almost always going to be 3 followed by 4 sevens. If it's a location that has multiple NVRs, this number is going to be different on the port level and on the IP. Group name, this does not matter. You can skip it. Username and password. Now these are going to be the username and password that I provided to you. This is where you would enter those. Then once you have the proper username and password entered, you're just going to click save and continue. And when you do that, it should pop up and you should get the name, the IP, if it's an NVR or a DVR, the port it's talking to, how many cameras there are, and if it's online. From here, that means you are now connected to the NVR. So now we're going to move on to the live view and the playback of the NVR.